There we go, guys. It is time for another one of these live reactions. It's been a while. I'm not dead. Let me turn my sound off. Any background noise. There we go. There it is. All right, guys. Birthday, so I got some cheesecake going. Get ready to see playoff race. I'm excited. Here we go, cutoff race. It's gonna be a good race, I think.
So this is the last race of the round of 12. To break down how this race will go. How difficult this racetrack is. A 1.5-mile oval, 267 laps, just over 400 miles. To see stage 1, 80-lap stage 2, another 80 lap. Race is 100 seconds. We're going to talk about this, Rick, all day. Big names. We talk about points. Jimmy Johnson just above, pushing Kansas. Going to have a competition yellow right there, lap 30. Let's go back down to Dave. And right, that competition caution could be a good thing for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He qualified in 24th, and so as the leader makes his way back to the field, and Ricky's having trouble, a caution lap 30 may keep the leader from rallying him, Marty. Plus 29 to the cut line. We think that's fairly comfortable, but he told me at points in the Talladega race last weekend, he was riding around, and the team told him right now, he would be out of the playoffs. So those cycling around Dave, 42, expect him to stay up front and up high on the racetrack as well, Parker. Again, who's not seeing this Chase Elliott, only 20 points to the good over the cut line. To go up towards the wall as the group moves up, but see how aggressive he is and how close he gets to that wall.
We'll see how the chasers do, how playoff guys do today. I'm talking about Chase Elliott right now. He's only 20 points to the good going to this race. Mark Truex Jr. Won 7 on the last 15 mile and a half. So who's all watching today? At least I got my cheesecake, my birthday today, so yeah. There you go, bringing out Twitter. It's go time. Truex. Kyle Busch. Expect him to be good here. That was a weird camera angle. That was weird.
He launched really well. Cards got by since, but still, I think a solid start. Those two are teammates with Joe Gibbs Racing. Just behind them, the other two. State of Virginia scored its 19 and the 11. But Denny Hamlin all the way on the apron, all the much straight away. You'll see that a lot today.
There it is. That was weird.
Makes you go around the racetrack a little bit just because it's over. It's very rough down there. Very damaging to the front of the car. When you feel the right side of your screen, we mentioned it at the top of the show. The 21 of Brian Blaney in that orange and white car had to start 40 above the field. Came by on the last lap.
There you go. Now I have access to live chat. Now I can see what you all say. We'll have it on there as well, but top three all playoff drivers. Two of them were past champions, 2014 and 2015 Cup champions, second and third, Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick.
Instead of we just need to be patient, try to keep the fingers straight, not making contact. We have seen this 21 have a few issues like that. Race cars. Sure thing, Steve. You see these cars in passing, it's only going to get harder as he moves up to the field. But one thing that's aiding him is I spoke to his crew chief, Jeremy Bullins, and I said, all right, you know you're starting this car back. Past cars. He said, you know what we've done? We've tightened it up a little bit. It's historically we're looser in traffic. We make those little adjustments, but then it comes down. As you said, the driver making the right decisions. We're seeing him do that right now. Yeah, well, the racetrack, a very great racetrack right now. Although rubber is being put down on the track with Goodyear. Rubber on the track.
Oh yeah, the double zero. Derek Cope. He's running this weekend. Starcom Racing making their debut. Kind of one of those, low budget backmarker teams, but I think the more teams we have in the sport, the better, because more variety, more teams trying to, progress in this sport, kind of like what Virtual Racing did. I'm excited to see what Starcom does in the next few years. Competition caution will be on lap 30. With 74 laps to go in stage 1 right now. 30 to go. There'll be about 44 laps to go. No. Should be 71 to go with on lap 10. So be like 51 to go in the stage when good broken English there. Storm Fury. Hey, I'm liking to see you eating. Please tell me English is not your first language, because if so, I feel really bad for you and your parents, because they have to listen to you constantly sound like an idiot. Yeah. I'm gonna trash talk my subscribers, because I like to. It's fun. Try to be the next Keemstar here. Not the drama part, but not the drama part, but the controversy part. For the record, just so everyone's aware, I'm not going to show the TV screen because I do not want to get copyrighted strike, as happens more often than not. So I'm not doing that. So if you're here to watch the race, too bad.
There's no grip right there. I mean, you need it to get covered up. It's just going to take time for the cars to migrate to the top. But I think eventually,
I got the Twitter feed right here. I can watch Twitter. See what all the race teams are saying. Keep them all. I can keep track of all of them on Twitter because they're constantly updating. As well as the TV right there. You guys right here. It's been a couple months since I've done one of these live streams. I missed it. I haven't even uploaded a video on this channel on some time now. Actually, let me check to see when it was last time. Hello, Milton Butler has subscribed to my channel. Thank you, Milton. Hello, how are you today? My last time I on this channel was another live reaction. It was for the New York 355, the Watkins Glen race. So that shows you right there how long it's been. Boo, JJ, and KB. I like Jimmie Johnson. You gotta appreciate his talent. The dude's a good driver. There's a reason he's a 7-time champion. Possibly his 8th this year. I could see it happen. I really can. As long as he stays up there today, I think he's going to make it to the next round. I really do. I think he's going to need Kyle Busch to slip up, though, sometime in this race before the end of the stage. Like I said, we will have a caution because we do have a competition caution on lap 30, about 15 laps from now. So anything can happen on that restart. I don't expect it to be too crazy because it's so early in the race. Truex has been dominating this season. How good that 78 car has been in Furniture Row Racing. Haley Warner subscribed to the channel. Hello, Haley. How are you today? I wouldn't say his wins are luck. He's got the best crew chief in the business. He does great on gas mileage. The guy is a legend on the pit box. Chad Knaus is probably one of the greatest crew chiefs we've ever had in NASCAR history. Statement, but and the combination of Jimmie Johnson, Chad Knaus, and the car owner Rick Hendrick just works, and it has worked. I wouldn't say his wins have been luck. But when they're field strategy races, I hate it when people call field strategy wins luck because it's not luck. Actually, this is probably one of the most complex and probably the most strategy-based wins you can get are field strategy wins, and actually the ones I can appreciate the most personally. I would appreciate a driver more if they win on a field strategy race than someone dominate the race and then win by 15 seconds over the rest of the field. I would much rather see a field strategy win, simply because that's the whole crew at work. The crew chiefs at work, the spotters at work, make sure there's a lap of cars because they're winning the field strategy. Pit road, you got cars in the way. Go Brad K. Hit and miss for me with Brad K. Me being a Jeff Gordon fan formerly, kind of 2014 Texas kind of. But I've never been a big fan of Brad K since. But I don't really hold grudges. I have nothing against Brad K. He's a very good driver, very possible championship contender this year. I'd like to see him challenge, go for a championship this year. I had him in my Final Four, actually. Although my Final Four's kind of been mixed up since I've changed it around since. You can't hear you. You can't hear me? Anyone else cannot hear me? Make sure it's not on your end because I don't know. Oh, okay. I was checking my audio right now. I said I'm good, so I didn't know what was showing on board. Dale Jr. right now. He hasn't had the season Junior hasn't had the season that he would like for his final season. I kind of feel bad for the 88 team. They're kind of. Oh, we got a Brazilian. Hey, Lucas, how are you today? But in 12th, I saw things as long as he stays in the top 15, finishes in the top 15, he'll be all right. He'll make it to the next round. He's 20 points to the good, so he's got a pretty big buffer, but he really can't make a big mess of it. We have 7 laps to a caution for competition caution. It could be a good race here. I don't expect anything to happen here too much, but I expect the first pit stops to happen. In the forest. Oh man, are you sure it's Brazil then? No, I'm kidding, but yeah, Lucas, Brazil. Do you guys get NASCAR coverage there? I'm curious. I want to know. Because I don't know. I've never even been out of the United States before, so I don't know how everything works in other countries or TV coverage and all that. So, do you actually get NASCAR racing or NBCSN or Fox Sports or anything like that? Yeah, I agree. I definitely thought Junior was going to win at the beginning of the year too. He started off strong. Yeah, but Junior, I thought he was going to start off the season strong. He did start the season strong. However, it just kind of fell apart for him. Everyone blames his crew chief. I don't blame Greg Ives per se. I just think it's just been bad luck for Dale Jr. And just he didn't have the equipment, or he's had a lot of mechanical issues this year. Out of like a string of really bad luck this year for him, and when he does get to a racetrack where he consistently win, he can. I have 203 subscribers now. I hit 200 today. Did I hit 200? Whoa! Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh, I do. Wow. Yeah, they're not streaming the playoffs on Fox Sports Brazil for the simple reason that NBC has the contract now. As soon as the July takes over, the July race for the Daytona July race is the cutoff. When that's what Fox ends, NBC takes over. So that's the reason why Fox Sports Brazil wouldn't have coverage of any of the races. But if you guys want, you guys can just tell me which driver you guys have. If you guys cannot watch the race, just tell me what your guys' drivers are. I'll tell you where they're at certain at right now. See, Larson's up to the top 5. Chase Elliott currently is sitting. Hold on, speeding through right now. Derek Cope is off the track in 40th. Starcom racing car. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping they would do good today. Chase is currently sitting. He's currently sitting 12th right now. He is right behind a battle between Daniel Suarez and Eric Jones currently. Oh, you don't have NBC there. Wow. Jimmy Johnson is currently. Let me go to the NASCAR app because it'll be a lot quicker.
in the 38th position. Again, out front has over a 4-second lead right now over Kyle Busch, who's moved up to second. Normally, you would think running second with Kyle Busch would be.
Okay, here we go. Jimmy Johnson's currently 8th. Truex will be the champion. I would like to see Truex win the championship. I have a funny feeling he's going to make it to the Final Four. I think he's not going to win the championship. I have a funny feeling that he's going to make it there. However, he's going to have something wrong with him. Something's going to happen where in the race where it's not going to go his way, and I think someone else is going to win. I really do. The only way to watch NASCAR is on the web. On the web. Yeah, I was that way for a while because I didn't have NBCSN. And there's a competition caution, guys. So the first caution of the race goes to competition caution. Free pass would be 34 of Landon Castle, who was the first car 1 lap down. First, only 1 car off the track right now. That is the 00 car of Derek Cope. Take my shoes off temporarily. I have to work tonight. That's why I'm not wearing my Chase Elliott shirt like usual. But I will be able to watch the whole race. So that's why I will. The only time I stream is when I know for a fact I'll be able to watch the whole race. Otherwise, I won't stream it because I don't want to just end it abruptly before the end of the race, just leaving you guys like in a cliffhanger. I don't want to do that. And that's why I haven't been streaming really, is because I haven't had days where I have been off work on Sundays, or where I've worked late on Sundays like I do tonight, where I had an opportunity to watch a race. And so I got last week at Talladega, I watched maybe the first 2. I watched the first 2 stages, but then I had to go to work, and didn't know who won the race until late at night when I got off. So first off pit road is for 878 Martin Truex Jr. and Kyle Busch, then Harvick, then Kenseth, Hamlin, Larson, Boyer, McMurray, Eric Jones, and Johnson is your top 10 off pit road. Yeah, Talladega was awesome actually. From what I saw, I was real pleased with the race. I was real happy with it. A little disappointed about the amount of cars that finished the race. I think there was a little too many wrecks, too many cars taken out, but that is Talladega. What do you expect is going to happen? Every car owner's nightmare is Talladega and Daytona, because those 2 tracks are this absolute wreck fest. You're almost guaranteed to have a car with damage on it by the time you get it on the trailer. And I didn't even know Chase Elliott wrecked until I got off work. 15 laps ago, I think is what it was. And when he had contact with Suarez, I didn't even know about it until I went home. I think I ended up watching Diet Dew Hunter's reaction video to the race. Jonathan's got to go. He'll be back later. All right, Jonathan. Yeah, please come back if you can. I like talking to you. You know, you bring a lot of good insight. You got a lot of questions that I like to answer on here. You'll go to the U.S. next year, moving or visit. I love the U.S. It sounds like a total stereotypical patriotic thing to say, but I love the United States. It's the greatest country in the world. I think you would enjoy it. I really do. Have you been here before? 500. Okay. Yeah. I've never been to the Daytona 500. It's on my bucket list, obviously, as every other NASCAR fan is as well. I would absolutely love to go. It's just too far away from me. I live in Texas, in West Texas right now. You know, I mean, it's a good. I mean, just go from one side of Texas to the other. It's like 800 to 1,000 miles. So to go all the way to Florida would be just crazy. I've never even been to Florida before. I'd love to go. Um, I love to visit Florida. I've been to California a couple times. I used to live in California. It's the reason why I'm an LA Angels fan. Yeah, if they made it to the World Series, I would. What do I think about Chase changing to 9? At first, I had mixed feelings about it, being a Jeff Gordon fan my whole life. It's going to be weird for me cheering on the number 9 car next year instead of 24. I am going to be cheering on William Byron. I think he's a very talented driver. He's my favorite Xfinity Series driver currently. And I think he's going to be a good driver. I really do. William Byron's got like, what, 3 wins this year already in the Xfinity Series? The dude's talented. I'm worried he's going to come in a little early. That's what I think had the problem with Chase. I think he came in a little early. His 2015 Xfinity season was not the best. He won the 14 title, but in the nationwide title. But I was worried after his 15 title that he wasn't quite ready for a Cup Series yet. And he hasn't, and I think him not winning a race yet is because of that. But no, the switch to the 9 I think is really cool for the fact that it's like his family's history. I grew up watching the tail end of Bill Elliott's career driving for Evernham. It's cool to kind of see that number 9 come back. So yeah, I mean, just Chase, just seeing Elliott in the number 9 car again, it's kind of cool because it kind of brings it back to like 2002, 2003 when I grew up, when I first started watching NASCAR. The little that I remember of Bill Elliott racing, it's kind of what it reminds me of, and it's gonna be cool to cheer on the number 9 car again. It's funny because my dad's also a Chase Elliott fan, and late retired. Casey Kane took over for the number 9 car, and he was a Casey Kane fan. Before that, he was a Kevin Harvick fan, but he became a Casey Kane fan after he took over the 9 car in his rookie season, 04. And he stuck with Casey Kane all the way up till 2016, last year. That's when he switched to Chase. And he messaged me either yesterday or the day before saying, oh, I'm going to change my he used to have like a big number 9 decal on the back. Evernham number 9. And oh, someone's sparking real bad. Who was that? Was that Kinsley? Good restart for Truex, Kyle Busch, and Harvick. They've got kind of a gap on there. 3 wide for 4th between Harvick, or not Harvick, Kenseth, Hamlin, and Larson. Oh, and a restart violation for the 78 car. He's gonna have to go to the he's gonna have to go to take a black flag. I think it's a pit road penalty for the 78 car, so that's gonna hurt them a little bit. Not really, because I believe they already won a race going to the next round. So, but he changed lanes before the restart. This is what happened. And oh, thank you for the sub, Lucas. I just noticed that. Thank you, sir. You think it'd be hard not seeing Chase him in the 24? That's why I'm actually going to the Phoenix race this year. I plan on vlogging it actually. I just want to race before he goes to the number 9 car. Just because I'd love to see it 24 in Victory Lane again. I haven't seen 24 in Victory Lane since everyone else. Martinsville 2015. And to me, that one was special. Because it was Jeff Gordon. It would end up being Jeff Gordon's final win. We didn't know at the time. I was hoping he would win Homestead, win the championship after he got locked into the playoffs. Obviously, it didn't happen. Kyle Busch won the championship. Which, in a way, kind of stung a little bit. But Harvick might also have to serve the same penalty as Truex, as Kyle Busch takes the lead after Truex goes for the penalty. And the 78 did his pass through. He's going to be a lap down here by the time they get to the back stretch because they're going to catch up to him. But right now, Harvick's right there on the bumper of leader Kyle Busch.
being said on the fourth video, actually silent since the restart there, so I don't think they know.
They're looking at Harvick to see if he's going to get a penalty. I didn't really get a chance to look at the restart because I was talking to you guys, so I really don't know what that consists of. But yeah, Harvick too. They're talking about Harvick. He's in second right now behind Kyle Busch. Right now, the top three is Kyle Busch, Harvick, and Larson as the top three. Yeah, they said it's possible that Harvick might get a pet rail penalty. I didn't see the restart. Hopefully they show up. Yeah, here they are right here. Yeah, they both went at the same time. I'm surprised that. Oh, Truex actually caught. Truex actually. Right now. Chase Elliott update. Currently, Chase is 10th. Chase is currently 10th right now. So top 10. I'm gonna give you guys a quick top 10 of who's in the top 10 currently. It is Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Larson. 4th place is Matt Kenseth. 5th place Clinton Boyer. 6th Jamie McMurray. 7th Denny Hamlin. 8th Eric Jones. 9th Jimmy Johnson, and 10th Chase Elliott. Currently, give you guys a quick junior update for any junior fans. I guarantee it's going to be at least one. Junior is currently 14th right now, behind the 31 of Ryan Newman.
So Rick, I just got on Scott Miller in the NASCAR Tower. He said that you just read that the front row, it's their job to require and establish the lane above the white line. That's the violation of the 78 Act. You went below the white lane. That changing lanes, not establishing the lane. They don't.
Battle for 5th right now between Boyer and McMurray. McMurray trying to clinging on to his chances at. Oh, caution. 83. 3-car in the wall. Looks like it might have blew a tire. BK Racing not having the best year this year. Yeah. Brett Moffitt's coming in. That's going to be a caution. 34 to go in stage 1.
So the caution comes out now with 34 laps to go in stage 1. I think this sets up some interesting strategy opportunities.
Oh, that tire's coming apart now. We're going to have to pick up some debris now. The 83 car's dropping some debris all over the place. All right, so you crew chief calculators up here, what do you do? We have 34 laps to go until the end of stage 1. Do you come in if you're in the front? Do you come in, get some tires, get some fuel? Or do you come in, maybe get some gas and go? I don't know what the fuel strategy, what the fuel mileage is here, or the fuel window. You have a total of 8 sets of tires.
Absolutely, because when we talk about tire limits on the Xfinity side, everyone has 4 sets. It's a shorter race, a little more straightforward with them on. That's a long race. How many more 11-lap runs?
One driver up there to watch that might spoil the party for these playoff guys. Currently 5th place is the 14-car of Clint Boyer. So watch out for Boyer. He's at his home track too. So Boyer, of course, from Kansas, only a couple hours away from the racetrack. Everyone's pitting. 4 tires for Kyle Busch, getting some fuel. 4 tires as well for the 42 car, and 4 tires for the 4, looks like as well. 4 tires for everybody, get some fresh tires. 32 laps to go to stage 1 now, because we had 2 pace laps under caution. Off pit road. 1 pit off pit road. Wow, Casey Kane, 3rd. 14 spots gained, so I'm guessing he only do 2 tires. McMurray did 0 tires, lost 3 spots still. Wow. So Casey Kane up there only took 2 tires. Everyone else took 4. That's going to be interesting. Oh. But you all ready for this one? The 2 of Brad Keselowski, the 21 of Ryan Blaney, the 31 of Ryan Newman. All stayed out, it looks like. Keselowski now leading according to NASCAR. The NASCAR app might be a little delayed. Keselowski's leading. 2nd place, Ryan Blaney. 2 playoff drivers. Blaney needs to have a good run. Almost in a must-win situation now at this point. He needs to stay up there. If he's going to stay up here in the playoffs, make it to the round of 8, he's going to need to stay up there, possibly get some stage points. Otherwise, he's just going to fall off, and that's going to be it. Newman 3rd, 4th, Dale Jr., 5th, Chris Buescher. So we have like a strange top 5 now. That's somebody you never hear up front. Chris Buescher, the 37 car, the 2nd car for JTG Doherty Racing. They brought that car. That's a new car this year, and I guess they did extend the contract with Buescher. He will be running that car next year, so JTG Doherty will still continue to have 2 cars next year with that 37.
I used to take the small things for granted. I don't anymore.
It's possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda. More FDA-approved uses for advanced lung cancer and any other therapy.
So the top 5 manufacturers. The top 5 top 5 drivers, manufacturers, and right now it goes Ford, Chevy, Chevy. No Toyotas at all in the top 5. The first Toyota's in 6th, and that is Martin Truex Jr., who also stayed out, I guess. So actually, the top 6 have all stayed out. That's going to be strange. 32 laps to go. They're not going to have as fresh tires as the guys behind them. We could have an issue here. Buescher stayed out. Buescher stayed out. The top 6 all stayed out. It was Keselowski, Blaney, Dale Jr., Chris Buescher, and Martin Truex Jr. all stayed out. Keselowski is the leader. He will choose the outside. 1-2 Penske pretty much because Blaney started 2nd. Buescher did stay out. Like I said, he restarts 5th behind Newman. Remember, Casey Kane will restart 9th. He has 2 tires. Everyone else around him has 4. That's something else to watch. Can you guys still see me? Looks like I have connection issues. Yeah, so I have one. All right, cool. Here you go. Restart. The 2 car spins his tires. So that's going to stack everything up on the high side, right in front of Dale Jr. Jr. on the high side. Back now. Jr. is one of those drivers that stayed out. 4 wide there. This is crazy. Whoa! Eric Jones got a little loose here. I thought he was going to wreck the 20 car. Kenseth. Chase Elliott currently 18th. Got shuffled back after those drivers stayed out. I don't think he had a very good restart, which is kind of typical of Chase, to be honest. 28 to go in stage 1. People are jockeying for positions all over the place. Battle for second between Kyle Busch and Keselowski. Busch getting the advantage because he has fresh tires. Blaney leading the race. Three wide between, who was that? Truex, Hamlin, and Casey Kane. Larson going to try to go on the high side, make it 4 wide almost. Not quite. Here comes Kyle Busch battling with Blaney now for the lead. 18 on the inside, 21 on the outside. Coming out of turn 4. Side by side. Give that lap to Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch with the advantage on the inside. He's on the shorter line of the racetrack. And Kyle Busch to lead. Whoa, Blaney real loose. Real loose coming out of 2. That's going to give Harvick second place. Brad Keselowski all the way back to third from Blaney now. Blaney might have some kind of control issue on his car of some sort because he's extremely loose in the corners. It might just be the old tires, but I don't know. He's running the high side. Keselowski's way on the bottom of the racetrack. That's a battle for third right now.
Pretty impressive. That's what new tires are going to mean today, Steve. So when you're a crew team sitting on top of the box, what are you now thinking? When you saw the 18 do that, going from 7 to first, and it's a handful of lines for those retro tires. So now I'm thinking I better have tires in this race. So Mark, you talk about the tire limit. While the tires are helping Kyle Busch at this moment in the race, or let's say Brad Keselowski, who you see on the screen, he chose not to hit it. Now remember, we talked about the numbers and the laps and tires as far as the wear. 15 laps. That was the difference between Brad Keselowski, the Ryan Blaney tires. So now we're running up what Kyle Busch is having fire. Well, guys, and Steve in particular, I want to let you know that Robbie Childers came across radio just before this restart to tell Kevin Harvick that with the tire situation, he felt like you had to do 34 laps per each set now as they go forward in this race.
Chase making any progress. Chase Elliott is currently, he restarted 12th. He is currently back up to 10th. He restarted 12th. Let me do another top 10 for you guys, because after this whole restart, we have 22 laps to go. I think I'm going to do a top 10 for every time. I'm going to wait till we do to the end of the stage. I'm going to do a top 10 for the entire stage. That way you guys know who got stage points, who doesn't, which playoff drivers will does that benefit, which drivers are not in the playoffs that will actually to the playoff points. Top 5, all playoff drivers. Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Larson, Ryan Newman, and Denny Hamlin. Or not Ryan Newman, Ryan Blaney and Denny Hamlin. So the top 5 are all playoff drivers. So if your driver is not one of those top 5 in the playoffs, you might want to watch out because they might have some catching up to do.
Today, we're out here with some big news. Type 2 diabetes can really develop significantly reduce the chance of dying from a cardiovascular event in adults who have type 2 diabetes and heart disease.
Chase Elliott up to 8 behind teammate Jimmy Johnson.
Jardiance can cause serious side effects, including dehydration. This may cause you to feel dizzy or lightheaded or weak upon standing.
Christopher, I know you're a Chase fan. You keep asking about Chase. So Insanity myself. I'm going to keep updates for Chase. I'm also going to keep updates for Dale Jr. because he's the most popular driver. Why wouldn't I? In fact, I'll tell you right now, Jr. is currently 13th right now. He did start the race 19th, so I think with that team right now, I think they're to them a win would be just staying above their starting position. So that team's just struggled all year, and fans because they don't need a season like this.
Please watch the right-hand side of the screen where you'll see the tortoise racing the hare. The rest of you, come with me. As a concrete professional, you know a job needs to be done on time. That's why durable, long-lasting, made with U.S. steel must.
I actually went to this race in 2012. I always talk about this anytime I do a Kansas race. I think I talked about this in the May race. No, because I didn't do a May race because I didn't know about it because I had to work because well, I knew about it, but I didn't even know Almirola was hurt until later that night. Just keep in mind, this is where Eric Almirola got hurt earlier in the year. Was at Kansas? It was the May night race, which actually I plan on maybe going to this race next year because I'm moving back up to Kansas in May. I'm here for college in Texas, and as soon as I graduate college, I'll be moving back to Kansas. I'll be moving to Junction City, Kansas. Actually, you guys don't know where. If you guys live in the Kansas area, you guys will probably know where that's at. It's only about maybe an hour and a half away from the racetrack, so I'll be going to quite a bit of NASCAR races at Kansas Speedway in the future, and I'll be vlogging it, putting it on this channel. Something for you guys to look out for. I'll be trying to get more consistent videos out for you guys. It's only because I've been working and I have school, so I don't have a lot of time to update you guys on what's going on in my life. Oh, Larson's got the hood up on pit road. He's losing oil. There might be that car might be blowing up.
He's trying to keep the engine idling. He's saying someone from Hendrick Motorsports is looking inside, and they're now shutting off the engine. Huge possible implications here in the playoffs, guys.
Wow. Larson now below the cut line. Chase Elliott up to 7th over Brad Keselowski, one of the drivers that stayed out without tires. Wow. Your top 4 under the cutoff line is Larson, Kenseth, McMurray, and Stenhouse. Stenhouse in a must-win situation at this point now, 54 points behind the cutoff.
If not, he stands a very good chance of not advancing. A week ago, we talked about make sure you don't get caught up in the big one.
Wow. I had Larson in my Final Four as well. A lot of people did. Larson just dominating the regular season. This could be it. He's back on the track, running much slower than the rest of the field. I think he's going to be. That car's going to blow up here. If you don't, wouldn't be surprised if that car starts blowing up here in a little bit. Right now, Kyle Busch, he's in. If he wins, he's definitely in. The drivers that would make it in right now, if it was to end, would be Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney. Those would be the drivers that would make it in. Now, Larson now 2 spots behind as Kenseth passing him in points. Kenseth now the first car behind the cutoff line. Battle between McMurray and Jimmy Johnson. Lap car on the way, though. I don't know what position this is for. Only 9 to go in stage 1. Like I said, at the end of each stage, I want to tell you guys who is where.
In position to earn. So, by the way, that's went the other way. Parker on the 24. The guy chasing that 48 car leads teammate chase out the 24 coming into this race. He's one of the most stake points of any playoff drivers in this round. And they start this race 15, but he's working his way up the second. You see, use that highway. Third race, but the car has come through. He's very happy with it right now, Marty. And Parker, they just asked Kyle Larson to go to the diagnostics page on the ECU on his screen right in front of him. He's saying he's showing low oil protection mode and stuck throttle protection mode. So you're right now asking, are those letters white? Are those letters red? Red on the screen right now. So see if again trying to formulate a plan down here as to how they can fix this for Kyle Larson with his blowout on the line.
Larson much slower off the pace. I imagine he's a lap down by now.
It's not stuck wide open. He moved the bottle, so it definitely sounds like an electrical issue.
Larson currently sitting 37th position. No, Chase is currently in 7th. I think he's 5th in playoff points. So, if it was in where they are right now, he'd be in 5th. He'd be in the next round of the playoffs. You guys updates on what's going on in the playoffs. Who's in position to make it to the round of 8? Who's out? Five laps to go in stage 1.
Entering Kansas, third in the points, 29 points above the cutoff line. Now he's 10.
Wow. So Larson started 29 points above the cutoff. He's now 21 points behind the cutoff in 10th position. So unless they fix this problem with Larson quick and get him back out there, he will not advance. And I called it. No, I didn't have. Let me go. Let me find my bracket because I think I did not have Larson in the Final Four. And Larson blew up. He's done. Up. He will not advance to the next round of the playoffs. Wow. One of the drivers everyone thought was going to be guaranteed into the next round of the playoffs is now out of the playoffs. He will not win the championship this year. He will not make it to Homestead. Larson is out. Wow. Coming into the playoffs, everyone expected Larson, Truex, Kyle Busch to be 3 guys that go into the Homestead. Everyone said those 3 guys will make it to Homestead. One of them's out now. Larson will not advance. Wow. Yeah, a lot of people had him going to the Final Four at Homestead. I'm surprised. I had him not going to the final round. Let me find my bracket real quick.
Changing strategy, we know that have to understand where everybody is within the fourth round. Think about how things happen at certain times. This is the first engine for Kyle Larson since he's been a full-time Cup driver, and it happens at such a pivotal time in his career. Definitely one of the favorites for the championship this season, and now could be eliminated right here. It shows you how hard it is to actually win a championship. You get these 3 race segments within these playoffs. You get 2 bad races. I don't care how many playoff points you got. So, great chance that this one will end under caution.
So, let me go to my
We're almost there. On the G a little bit. I want to do it right here. Right here. My chest still going to one part. Yes. Close. Close. We're almost there. Almost. Basically got it, right? But you're doing great. Just get into nothing. So Dave,
I never made an Xfinity one. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be needed in the stage or not, actually. I think it is. I think it's going to be in the stage because I'm going to have to clean up the oil from the 42 car. But I could be wrong. I don't know. It's commercial right now, so I don't know. Oh, I made a truck playoff prediction earlier in the year, but I completely forgot about it. You hear that one? If you guys want to hear my truck playoff prediction that I had at the very beginning of the year, and I don't think it's going to happen now. I don't know if it can happen. I've only watched a few truck races this year. I've only had time to. But I had in the round of, or going to the round of 6 in the playoffs, I had Christopher Bell, Johnny Sauter, John Hunter Nemechek, Matt Crafton, Chase Briscoe, and Austin Cindric making it in. Obviously, that didn't happen. So, yeah. My championship 4 was going to be Christopher Bell, Johnny Sauter, John Hunter Nemechek, and Matt Crafton, with Johnny Sauter winning his 2nd championship in a row in the Truck Series. Now, I haven't been paying attention to the Truck playoffs enough to really know where everyone's at. There's my playoff prediction. All right, so here's my final 4 predictions I had at the very beginning of the state. I was going to make a video on it, but never had time to. My final 4 was going to be Truex, Johnson, Keselowski, and Kyle Busch. That is the final 4 I had coming to the final 4, and it very well can come to that. We know Truex is going to the next round. I had Larson going to the round of 8. I really did. That's not going to happen now. This is his first time ever having a DNF from an engine problem in his career. All right, 2.
On the list for you, will you sit and watch the points and see how it plays out, or what? Yeah, I mean, obviously gonna watch. Cross my fingers and pray to anything I can pray to, but I don't think 25 points is enough.
The drivers I had in the round of 8, going into the next round, in my playoff predictions for this year, was Truex, Johnson, Larson, Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Harvick, Hamlin, and Kenseth. I didn't have Chase Elliott going to this round. I had Chase Elliott going out in a contender round of the round of 12. So Chase is doing a lot better than I expected this year in the playoffs. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think he's going to need some help for it to happen. But if he keeps it up, he may be this one spoiler in the round of 4, depending on who wins the 3 races in the 8. Wow. And Jay McMurray, the other Ganassi driver in the playoffs, is in a must-win situation at this point now in playoffs. Both him and Stenhouse. So one of those guys is guaranteed not to make it in. And so, yeah, that was the end of the stage. Kyle Busch will be the stage 1 winner.
Stage 1 results. These stage results. Kevin Harvick, 8 points in him. How about Brian Blaney? Very calm drive in the front. Great call from mid box to get his track position. Got 7 points. Jimmy Johnson with 5. Matt Kenseth, though, remember he started 3rd in this race, but only got 2. I think that's a loss for Matt Kenseth. Jimmy Johnson was able to gain those 5 points. That was big. They also told him Jimmy with the 42 dropping up. That makes our world a little bit better. And when the 42 did drop,
So here's your top 10 going at the end of stage 1. Your top 10 is Kyle Busch, of course, the stage winner. Then Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney 4th. 5th, Jamie McMurray. 6th, Jimmy Johnson. 7th, Chase Elliott. 8th, Martin Truex Jr. 9th, Matt Kenseth. And 10th, Eric Jones. As your top 10 at the end of stage 1. After taking no tires at the end of that most recent caution, Brad Keselowski is back to 11th. Yeah.
I hear people here. They didn't come see me.
Huh? All right, 1 second.
Hello, how are you?
Happy birthday. You're welcome. Now, let me mark Danny Hamlin's just been lose the question is last time down the road it's 50% better. Still
These are high school and French school. Okay.
And let's see if we can chat with the winner of stage 1. How much? Hang on.
Trust me. Trust me. When my football team gets out of the house,
Now we saw a caller in the race for the car going a little light line. You know the rules we started.
I'm back, guys. Also, we're talking to Kyle Busch there. Yeah, I got visitors right now because, like I said, it's my birthday, so I got visitors here. Huh? Cheesecake. There's a grocery store across the street. I walked over to the store to get myself a personal cheesecake because it's my birthday. Oh, you do?
yeah.
I had no idea. Good.
Bonus wings are now buy one get one free Thursdays by Community Codes. This is how you sign it. Hello, John is here. My new cord cutting friend wants to know American football. Stream most on networks for this month. Try Fubo TV free today. Probably there. I can do it.
She's not here. Unless. Oh, thank you, Christopher. Thank you, Christopher, for the birthday wishes. Yeah, sorry, I keep walking around, guys. Like I said, I have visitors here. Expecting that. But I'm not going to end the stream because it's my first time doing a live reaction stream in like 2 months. And it feels good to be back on YouTube. It really does. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, and I miss it. Oh, my screen froze for a second. So I'm not going to skip out on it. The next round of the playoffs should be, or next round of this next stage should be starting here any time now. So
I choose once weekly treats to activate.
If you need help lowering your A1C and blood sugar, activate your within.
here's my question to you guys on the stream, watching the stream. What do you think about the elimination style playoff format that we have right now? I'm a fan of it personally because it leaves a lot. It brings a lot of questions, a lot of unknown to this playoffs. That's something that a little extra sense of excitement that we didn't have with the old Winston Cup format and then the Nextel Cup style chase. I love this style. I really do. It's my favorite style ever since they started in 2014. At first, I was a little skeptical of it, but after I saw it in action, I'm like, yeah, this is cool. And so I'm a big fan of it. So currently, as I stand right now, one stale. So if it was to end right now and Kyle Busch finishes second or does not win the race, he will still be 2 points below the cutoff and would miss the playoffs. That's not including the. Yeah, it does bring a lot of excitement. It's a big, like, controversial issue, but I believe 100% that this stage format is the best one we've had probably ever. Chase has been around since 2004. This format's the best.
So when you hear Kyle Larson say, "Hey, I'm gonna sit back and hope, have my fingers crossed," telling this twice, one of these cars or a couple of these cars have problems and not gain any more points throughout the rest of the day. That's exactly right, but it's not a slam dunk for these teams that are still in the racetrack. They're still.
So actually, Larson not out of the playoff condition is still good, actually. However, that the stage 2 and the stage 2 points have yet to be given out. There we go. Get ready for the restart for stage 2 in the race. Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick is your front row. Here we go. Dipping behind 11. Wow, Chase Elliott at the 5th in that move. What a move by Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott now battling his teammate Jimmy Johnson for 5th place. Come on. Get by him. I would love to see both Chase and Jimmy advance the next round. Because I would absolutely love to see Chase Elliott or Jimmy Johnson go for his 8th championship. It's never been done before. And I would absolutely love to see it happen in person. Dale Earnhardt got his 7th championship in '94, 3 years before I was born. And Richard Petty got his in what, '79? His 7th title. Yeah, I really hope Chase has got a really good car today, and this is what he needs. It's good right now as playoffs stand. Right now, he's battling with another playoff contender, the one of J.M. McMurray, who's having a good run for himself as well. This year, he's currently up to 6 now, hit by Chase Elliott, who's back to 7th. Chase is going to drop back a little bit, but I think he's going to settle on about 7th. That's where he was when he restarted.
You said earlier, they talked about the confidence they had coming into this race. They were fast in practice. They qualified well. They just had that problem. This race is turning. Jimmy Johnson so far working on the race car the last run. Got him 2 stage points. I was losing on top of the track, according to the driver. So this time, as he gets pressure from Jamie McMurray and trouble for the
Oh! Truex has problems. Chris got a really bad vibration, it sounds like. So, another playoff driver having issues. Yeah. So Truex has already advanced though, so it's not that big of a deal. He's going to the next round. Hi, Blaney fan. I guess I'll have to give updates on Blaney as well now. I've been giving updates on Chase Elliott fans, Dale Jr. fans, and I guess now we can do Blaney fans. Give them updates where Blaney is, because I don't know if Blaney you're watching the race or not. Your driver is currently sitting third right now behind Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch. Blaney. I'm going to try to make this a consistent thing. I would like to. It just depends on my work schedule. No, you're not watching the race. Okay, so I'll give you updates on where Blaney's sitting right now too. Right now he's sitting in third place right now, 2.27 seconds behind. Second place, Kevin Harvick, who's only about a half second behind Kyle Busch. So right now, if it was the end, Blaney would make it into the next round. 1 point or 2 positions above the cutoff. Jimmy Johnson right behind him, who's 9 points above the cutoff. Cutoff right now is being set by Matt Kenseth. The 4 drivers out right now is Kenseth, Larson, McMurray, and Stenhouse. Chase is currently 7th place right now. 65 to go in stage 2.
Can they help their teammates in the playoffs? Well, in his case, the 24 to 48, a lot of times we're told, yeah, they can. They can work on some things, or they can search around and help them with some setup ideas. But the 5 this week is running the experimental setup. He's going from outside the top 20 to now knocking on the door of the top 10 and chasing down his playoff contender.
Wow, gets Kane up to 11th, having a good, decent run today.
That looks like it's working. I mean, this is the best example of a teammate outside the playoffs. Maybe
what cars does Kyle Busch have? What cars does Kyle Busch have? Joe Gibbs cars. Joe Gibbs Toyotas been super strong this year, but whether it's with Truex or Kyle Busch or with Denny Hamlin, even you can put him on the list, and the Gibbs cars have been super strong this year, like very, very strong. A lot of people have like a room, like there's like a theory going around right now. It's saying that what cars does Kyle Busch have? You mean like what paint scheme? He's running the M&M's car this year or this weekend. If that's what you mean. But there's a theory going out right now saying the new nose on the Toyotas is giving them an aero advantage over the Chevy SS and the Ford Fusion. I don't think that's necessarily true. They can to make sure that it's an even playing ground. But they could have a point because it's really strange that they're dominating as soon as a new nose comes out in that car. And they said that the new Camaro might be a way for Chevrolet to try to go give themselves that much of an aero advantage as well. Yeah, it's like an M&M's Halloween car. It's a
little different than his regular car, but still like yellowish color, like a yellow orange almost. He's got like a purple number on top. Harvick's in the Jimmy John's car today, and Blaney's in the Quick Lane car today, the orange and white number 21.
Ready to let go of FC?
What am I eating? I'm eating a cheesecake. It's my birthday.
35 channels of sports and the best in European soccer. You'll never miss another goal.
Stream most live sports for the least money. Try Fubo TV free today. A cheeseburger, I mean, it's for $2.99.
Yeah, I can't believe this stuff handmade good. Oh, then you're gonna love this. It's hand folded. Oh, it's a swab. It's a napkin, dude. Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99.
You're a concrete professional. You're not. In that case, please watch
One
the
second.
side of the screen where you'll see the tortoise bracelet here. The rest of you, come with me. As a concrete professional, you know a job needs to be done on time. That's why durable, long-lasting, made with U.S. Steel Marshalltown Power trial blades are available here at Lowe's. Words can have many meanings. Power trial blades are available at Lowe's. I mean Marshalltown Power trial blades are available at Lowe's.
This year, the world's greatest thoroughbred.
He subbed Michael. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I believe we're up to 104 subscribers now. Breeders' Cup Classic. So, horse racing. He was auto racing before for automobiles. And I have a notification. It's probably telling me that you subscribed. Probably what it is. No, it's my podcast on YouTube. That would be the Three White Podcast. I'm putting it on my YouTube channel. If you see a thing on the side that says Three White Podcast, that is my personal YouTube channel, personal podcast with my co-host NASCAR 222, a good buddy of mine. Harvick does not have the car to catch Kyle Busch. Something's going to happen to Kyle Busch's car in order for him to not win this race. He's got a dominant car to be expected because he's always good at Kansas. It's always been one of his best tracks. So it's no surprise to me that Kyle Busch is running really well today. Two cars out of the race currently is Kyle Larson, Derek Cope. Derek Cope probably has some kind of mechanical issue. Starcom car, they had their debut, not the debut, they won.
JD McMurray was able to complete the pass a moment ago on Jimmy Johnson. Now he's in the 5th position. At the last mile and a half race of Charlotte, he finished. But there's a little bit of a water concern on that one car right now. He said the temperature's under green, about 260. They said make sure all your fans are on correctly. He said I'm doing everything I can to cool it down though. I'm a caution partner.
6th place is Chase Elliott. He's come from all the way from 15th place race qualified. He even talked him to score points in the first stage and now get ahead of his teammate Jimmy Johnson. Just breaking a little bit of loose condition that car on exit day.
He's one of the few who ever knows it's about the race practice outside the top 10 all weekend long. I was assured this morning by 13 house. They came within that during the race, and that's happening.
Denny Hamlin into this race, 21 points above the cutoff, with this team working hard to get even better than Crew 2. Mike Wheeler told me they're just off from the best guys, and that makes them motivated and challenging themselves to continue to get better and better as a part of this. He made Francis will be extra special for a lot of you in the Boyer family. And behind him, you see Brian Keselowski. Last week, he won the television against Fuji Paul and told him that was a must win because they knew they would have a race-winning car here in Kansas. So what's next for them? Next week, Martinsville, he's called that another must win. This
Oh,
week is going to have to put it all
I had a long comment on there. Can I get involved in that podcast? Wanted to start one, but got kids, family, man. You're looking for something I can get involved part time. Well, it might have a little segment where we can add somebody else. Kyle Busch, #1 fan. Is that Blaney fan 21 to change his name? It's the same picture, or is it just happen to be the same picture? Because that'd be ironic if it's not. That'd be strange. Christopher, we can probably try to work you in somewhere. We'll see. We haven't done one in months because my schedule, my work schedule, my schedule at school and work has been so difficult that we just haven't done one in months. So no, it's not. It's not Blaney fan. Yeah, well, if you look at Blaney fan 21, he'll be back in a second. Exact same profile picture. It's weird. Here's a battle between Hamlin and Chase Elliott. Battle for 6th currently. Battle for 3rd also is happening between Matt Kenseth and Ryan Blaney. Kyle Busch, are you watching the race? Kyle Busch, #1 fan. Are you watching the race today? Not a lot of people have NBCSN, so I'm not sure how many of you all have NBCSN, so you're tuning in for the updates of the race or not. But 45 laps to go in stage 2. It's winding down pretty quick, actually. We're almost halfway through this race already.
That they would receive if they stay there throughout the remaining race. 3 points below the cut line is the 20 of Matt Kenseth. So he's got to find someone to get a few more points.
There we go, back to commercial.
Busch doing exactly what he needs to do, running up front.
Monsters. Well, you said they'd be watching us all the time. No, honey, we meant that Professor would be protecting us 24/7. Just bubble on the models. Honey, that's not what we're afraid of.
Blaney fan 21 is your brother. That's funny. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, my brother is also a YouTuber as well. He doesn't make NASCAR content of it. He's not a big NASCAR fan like I am. But which is weird because everyone else in my family's NASCAR fans except for him. But he does computer graphics, makes edits videos, edits memes and stuff. So his YouTube channel, I'll plug him in. His YouTube channel's name is Astroth, ASTROTHE. Subscribe to his channel and do it all. He's got like one video, I think. That's about it. So that's it. But my channel is strictly NASCAR diecast reviews. I'm a YouTuber. I make diecast videos all the time because I'm a collector myself. My collection's right over there, actually. Well, not all my 164s, but my 124s are right there, except for all of them are there, I think. Oh, except for 2. 2 of them are already here, but I can't show you the race because I don't want to get copyright stricken. So I'm not going to do that. I said that earlier. I was like, yeah, if any of you guys are looking for the race in particular, this is not the channel for it. I'm just going to tell you guys what's going on because I do not want to get copyright strike, which happens more often than not on live streams that show the race. So I can't do that for you.
That's why we invested in the Pioneers Network and never stop putting more into our business. So people can get more out of us.
There you are. Back from commercial break. Show you the diecast collection. Okay, I can do that. I don't know how well it's going to show up on here. My recliner, which is a mess. There's a small bit of the collection right there. I can bring some of the cars up for you. I have one car tomorrow, currently. I just bring them up individually. You can see most of the. I have to review all my stuff to do videos on my channel. But I'll show you my collection. I'll bring them all up if you'd like. Johnson needs to gain 3 positions in order to make it. Let me show you one. My personal favorite. One of my personal favorites. Right here. And anyone who's it's gonna be backwards. It's gonna be backwards on there for you guys, unfortunately, but I'm sure most of you guys will know what this car is exactly. It is the Jeff Gordon 2015 Homestead Final Ride car. It's one of my personal favorites because Jeff Gordon has always been my favorite driver until his retirement. And I also have another one that's really special to me. This is my first ever diecast. I have made a video on this one already. I actually made a video on the Homestead car as well. But here it is right here. Jeff Gordon's 2002. Jeff Gordon's 2002 DuPont car. I grew up loving the blue and red flames. It's one of my favorite paint schemes Jeff Gordon has ever driven. I still plan on getting the. Do I have any Kyle Busch? Not 124 scale, but I do have a 164 scale. It's just not up there on display at the moment. But it is his. Actually, kind of funny is this during this race. It's his Kansas win from 2015, I believe. Either 15 or 16 Kansas win, whatever year he won. I do plan on getting a Kyle Busch eventually, though. Like I want to get his. Show it to you. I don't have it on display at the moment. I think it's put away at the moment because I only have a few of my 164 scales can only fit on my temporary shelf that it's made out of totes I used when I moved. I want to get his. I actually figured this one out, or I saw that they actually made him. I want to get his Busch Series and early Cup Series number 5 cars. When he used to drive the Busch Series number 5 Lowe's car. He had the same paint scheme as Jimmy Johnson's car at the time, except it had a 5 on the side instead of 48 because he was driving for Hendrick. Car because that's one of my favorite Kyle Busch paint schemes he's ever driven in his career. It was during the Busch Series when he ran in the Busch Series. A lot of my diecasts I have are older cars that drivers that don't even race anymore. Like I have a number 5 already, but it's Terry Labonte from '97, I think is what year. And that's a pretty cool one. Pit stops. I'm talking about diecast collection. I'm missing stuff. So yeah, that's happening. What's happening in the race? We have green flag pit stops going on currently. Blaney on pit road, as well as Kevin Harvick. Kyle Busch is not yet to come in pit road. Hamlin's on pit road now. As well, it looks like the 32 of Matt DiBenedetto. Now Kyle Busch is on pit road. Exiting pit road. They got it kind of late, so I didn't see if he had 2 or 4 tires, but it looked like he took 4.
pit box, if you're the one of Jamie McMurray, you decide I'm going to stay out because right now he's leading this race.
All right, Jay McMurray now is going to be your leader as pit stops cycle through. Never mind. McMurray on the pit road now. Harvick is the leader. He has yet to pit. No, Harvick's already been pitted. Ooh, Kyle Busch came out of pit road in front of Kevin Harvick, the leader. Harvick might lap Kyle Busch, and if that's the case, then that could be a big game changer right there. McMurray has come out of pit road now. Chase Elliott came out as well. That's why Chase currently is cycled back to 20th. We have 29 laps to go in stage 2. The top 3 now, because they have cycled through, is Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, and Danica Patrick. That's because these drivers have yet to take a pit stop, cycle through. There's like an 18-second gap between first and third. So. Yeah. I don't. I used to have one, but I don't know where it went. I think I lost it in the move.
Dad got to it.
Either that or I think I lost it in the move when we moved from the apartment. I wish I had one.
Do you have any red paper, perhaps, or no flashlight?
Do what?
Red paper, flashlight, and tape.
I don't know about red tape or red paper.
Red marker?
Red marker? I don't think I have a red marker either, actually. I don't have a lot of stuff here.
Those toy stones.
Going back to commercial, still leader. You guys ready for this top 10? It's going to be crazy. One that I didn't expect yet. Top 10 is Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, Danica Patrick, and then Paul Menard. No. Paul Menard's back to 5th now. I think he's pitting. 5th, Paul Menard. 6th, Kevin Harvick. 7th, Michael McDowell. 8th, Ryan Blaney. 9th, Matt Kenseth. And 10th, Clint Boyer. So, yeah, that's your current top 10 right now. All right, can we get back to the race? So we are at the race. I'm watching the race. Not much has happened. It is a weird top 10. It's because pit road these drivers, most of them have yet to pit. It's cycling through as we speak right now. I don't know what. Yeah, see, it's starting to cycle through. Starting to cycle around now because Keselowski's still yet to come in. He hasn't pitted yet. Kurt Busch hasn't either. Kyle Busch is now catching all of them. He's up to 3rd. Still 4th. She hasn't pitted yet. I think they're waiting for a caution. Looking for a caution flag to come out. I don't think it's going to happen though. Oh, that's a cool commercial. That's cool. Show you the Kyle Busch. Oh, the diecast. I don't have it. I don't have it in display right now. I can't. I'd have to I'd have to move my that whole diecast collection, get it out of the tote, put my diecast collection back where it is, and then find a place for it. Cause I'm not gonna put it back in. So I'm not gonna do that at the moment. I think I have a video on it though on my channel. If not, then I will eventually. Let me check. I don't remember which ones I've done videos on, which ones I haven't.
She's okay with that. Introducing Donald's crispy tenders. Their batter bread to perfection to give you the ultimate juicy bite. Made with 100% bread and more.
The last one I did a video on was Steve Park. No, I have not done a video on the Kyle Busch car yet, so that will come eventually.
That's right, Rick. I sure have. I got Mark Martin, Jack Hill, and Victor Watson. You want to know something important today is going to be this crazy points line. I didn't expect it.
Oh, that's cool. Mark Martin's there.
She's watching. You know, this is crazy already, and the race isn't over yet. But I want to come, you know, because this is the drama or the round of eight. Racing, around Speedway Racing, here on River Bay with the old 6 car, and of course Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
That's cool. Mark Martin's there. Nice. So that's cool to. There's Stenhouse, the 17 car.
He's 16 seconds behind his last day. And the team is not down with the realistic and talking with Richie Brian Patter today about their round experience. Of course, Talladega was where he wanted to get into the playoffs. When he crashed out, he said, Talladega take it away. This weekend then was not necessarily anything but a must-win situation so far. The car has not been great for Ricky. He's been loose both all the day. Hard to make up any positions.
Keselowski on pit road. There he is. Keselowski finally coming in to cycle through his pit stop. He was expecting a caution, I think, and never came. So, not either that, or he just happened to try to run some laps in the lead, try to get some points here. So Kyle Busch is going to cycle back to the leader. Where's Kyle? Kyle's the lead now. In the lead now. He's led most of the race today. Stage 1, it's been usually the top 2 all day has been Harvick and Kyle. Chase is currently Chase is 8th right now. So not where they were. He was running 6th, 7th. As long as he stays in the top 10 like that, though, he'll be all right. Is Kyle in first? Yes, he is. Kyle is currently the leader. Only 14 laps to go in stage 2. The stage should be ending right around 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock is about.
We've already seen how the 42 of Kyle Larson had an issue that dropped him below the cutoff line. If something happens to the board, right now he's comfortable, but that might not be the same way if he does have a tire go back. Things like that 78 rate, maybe 69 laps.
We're going to NASCAR nonstop now, which means the race is past halfway. The race is official at this point, so I don't think rain is a threat at the moment. So I don't think it really matters that much. official at this point. 12 laps to go, coming down to 11 to go in the race, or in stage 2 rather. Kyle Busch is leading. He might win 2 stages in a row. If he wins the race, he'll be sweeping the stage. Decent. It's an alright race so far, but it's clear as day now. There, sun's out. Track's got sunshine on it. First time this weekend, really. There's been sunshine on this track. NBC's bringing back the sunshine, I guess, as Blake Shelton would say. Chase doing what he needs to do. Yes, Chase needs to finish in the top 15 or better in order to advance to the next round. I think he's got it. As long as he doesn't get himself caught in an issue or have some kind of like weird restart problem like he does a lot of times, I think he'll be all right. Currently sitting 7th, so he's in a good position right now. If he stays where he's at, stays consistently in the top 10, then he'll be going to the next round. Then he really has to stress. He'll really have to worry about trying to make it to the round of 4. So it goes Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Ryan Blaney is your top 3 right now. Give you guys a Dale Jr. report. He's currently 11th. How many laps in stage 3? Let me see here. It'd be 161. It'd be 106 laps in stage 3. If my math is right. Lap 152 with 9 laps to go in out of 167. So
Coke Zero is now zero sugar. Pretty Coke taste. Some people were excited to do this, some were skeptical. So we're not going to have Hollywood's hottest actor tell you it's great. I want to get from wings to the best. I love the taste of free. Me. It tastes like my carbon out of it. Really? Yeah. I'm just eating the free.
yeah, 106 laps in the race in the stage. And Linda has subscribed. Thank you, Linda. Here, taking care of some business.
You're watching Monster Energy Cup Series racing. Sunday night, you guys are football night. Falcons are in Foxborough for the Super Bowl rematch. Tom Brady and the Patriots. Tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, only on ABC. And you really want to know this? Yes, it is. Really? You got more than 2? Eric said we're Kyle Busch has led 93 laps. It looks like 10 more points. We take a few more laps here by winning stage 2. Here's what you have to say on the radio a moment ago. Now, that may not seem like much, but Kyle Busch and Adam Stevens have a little system worked out. Kyle, randomly during the race, will tell Adam, remind me about this, remind me about that. They're little code words. And then when they meet on Monday morning, he and Adam will have a conversation. He said, you told me to remind me about this. What was that? And I'll go, oh yeah, now I remember. On the racetrack, but yet sometimes you lay those.
Oh, yells out. Yells out. 83 car once again. Caution will end the stage. Once again, it's the 83 car for the second time. The stage will come. Stage will most likely come to the end because of caution because of the 83 car. Brett Moffitt. Second time he has hit the wall to this day. Wow. BK car once again becoming a caution clock.
So the 78 trying to reverse the fuel to make it all the way to the end of this stage, or at least
Yep, 4 to go in stage 2. Stage 2. It's going to end under caution most likely.
tough decision for these playoff games. With the yellow beats in there, 3-1 to 10. Cardinals first time out, and don't get that far, so they do their best to restart this race.
So they're panning through. Looks like it's going to be a quickie yellow, so we might actually get like a green-white checker, green-white-green checker, pretty much going into the finals.
Ryan Blaney here, as well. And he was loose in as that puck was on. He was starting to get looser and looser. And any card playing the same thing. So they could a little adjustment on the 21 in this position. So we talk about decisions within the race. Jeff said at the top, we show the small decisions. Jimmy Johnson in the 20th back have been deadlocked in this battle for this last playoff spot. They keep swapping 1, 2, or 3 points. The 48 Jimmy Johnson, he stays on the racetrack on old tires. The 20th back has a hit. They're going to have to let the field come back around and start finish line and look at timing this corner to really know how many spots go in between these two race cars. But all decisions, Jeff. Will old tires score points? Will new tires on the 20?
So, wow. So right now it's a really close battle on the cutoff line between Jimmy Johnson and Matt Kenseth. Johnson stayed out. Kenseth came in and pitted. It's now coming down to if Kenseth can pass enough cars with fresh tires to stay ahead of Jimmy Johnson in points, pass enough cars to make a gap between there. If that's the case, that can decide those two, who goes in the playoffs, who is not. 1 to go. We're going back to green for the end of the stage. Right now we're sitting at 3 to go. It's going to be a restart with 2 to go. So it is going to be a green-white, green checker pretty much. Jimmy Johnson going to be on the front row right next to Denny Hamlin. Johnson stayed out. Hamlin did as well. So
it's going to be a one-lap shootout for the top 10 spot. He was 10, so anything above 10 will be gravy.
Kyle Busch will restart 5th. See if he can. He's got the strongest car today. We'll see if he can get by those cars. Trying to get another stage win. Here we go. We're going green this time by. Cars are lined up. Hamlin on the inside, Johnson on the outside. Harvick may have a problem. Oh, he had a problem with his last set of tires. I think he had a wobbly wheel. Who's winning? Right now, we're going to go back to green. Right now, it's Denny Hamlin with Jimmy Johnson. Brad Keselowski 3rd, 4th Stenhouse beside him, 5th Kyle Busch, then Kevin Harvick 6th. Get a good restart. Near to Stenhouse. Keselowski, whoa, Stenhouse dropping way back. All right, now Kyle Busch getting stuck behind Jimmy Johnson, who's slower because of the tires. Keselowski trying. Harvick gets by Keselowski. Hamlin wins the stage. Harvick 2nd, 3rd Keselowski, 4th Kenseth, 5th Kyle Busch. Jones 7th, Jay McMurray, 8th Ryan Blaney, 9th Chase Elliott, and 10th Jimmy Johnson. Wow. That was an exciting end to that. I'm glad they decided to end that one on the green.
Today, we're out here with some good news. Jardiance is the only type 2 diabetes proven to both significantly reduce the chance of dying from a cardiovascular event in folks who have type 2 diabetes and heart disease.
So, How does this work out? So now think about it. Drivers just came in from pit road. Some drivers did, some drivers aren't. We're going to have different pit strategies now. This comes down to a fuel mileage race. Which strategy was better? I would think the drivers that waited until the end of the stage will have a better advantage because they have a little more fuel right now than the drivers that did come in. But they come in at the same time. We got the stage. It was Denny Hamlin that won the stage. Hamlin won the stage. Second place was Kevin Harvick. Third was Brad Keselowski. Fourth, Matt Kenseth. Fifth will be Kyle Busch. Sixth, Eric Jones. Seventh, Jay McMurray. Eighth, Ryan Blaney. Ninth, Chase Elliott. And 10th, Clint Bowyer. That is your top 10 currently. 11th, Jimmy Johnson. 12th, Austin Dillon. 13th, Dale Earnhardt Jr. 14th, Martin Truex Jr. 15th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 16th, Matt Kenseth. 17th, Daniel Suarez. 18th, Casey Kane. 19th, Ryan Newman. And 20th, Eric Almirola. That is your top 10, or top 20, rather. Notable drivers outside the top 20. 21st is Joey Logano. Again, Kyle Larson, 39th because of his issue. Yeah, we're still going to need another stop. Maybe another 2 stops, depending if we have a. There's a possibility we could have overtime, NASCAR overtime with some green white checkers. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 16th currently. Not a bad race for him so far. Much of a must-win situation though. The 16th place is not going to cut it. He's not going to go to the next round with that.
Last time they hit 2 pit road, but close it was for Jimmy Johnson actually made a point in that stage.
Wow. Wow. Johnson almost missed the top 10 getting stage points all together. He was literally like this with Clint Bowyer at the line. So Bowyer barely missed getting stage points. Actually, funny thing you say that is I have the NASCAR app right here. eBay. I have the app going right here. That's where I'm getting my my top 10 from. Who's out of the race right now? There's 2 drivers out of the race. It is Kyle Larson and Derek Cope. Those 2 drivers out of the race currently. Brett Moffitt might be added to that because he has hit the wall twice now. But I don't think he's officially out of the race yet. Drivers are coming in to pit road. Who wins the race off pit road? Easily going to go to Denny Hamlin. Hamlin and Keselowski. Then Jimmy Johnson. Issues on pit road. Then it's Bowyer. Ty Dillon gained some pit stops on pit road. Eric Almirola, AJ Allmendinger, Trevor Bayne, Chris Buescher, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. That is your race off pit road. But yeah, who's out of the race? There's only 2 drivers out of the race currently so far. It is the 00 of Derek Cope and 2 of Kyle Larson. Those are the 4 currently, or 2 currently out. Larson is out looking in right now. If it was in right now, he would be out of the playoffs and would miss it. That is Denny Hamlin's only his 3rd stage win this year. Wow. But we do have a penalty. Brad Keselowski and Denny Hamlin will have field too fast on pit road. Hamlin and Keselowski will have to go to the rear of the field for being too fast on pit road. This will give the lead.
Okay, so you got two friends there. This is the JD Power Award for dependability. Now, what do you give to the friend that you think is most
It's mine. Okay, my app's not updated because it still says Kevin Harvick's leading.
not fair?
Does she have to?
I believe that's going to give the lead to Jimmy Johnson. Yeah, it is a game changer. So Hamlin, who's got a really fast car, Brad Keselowski does as well. Two drivers that could potentially win this race today. Might be out of contention to win. Well, then again, it is beginning of stage 3. Plenty of racing left to go. We have a little over 100 laps. A little bit over 100 laps in this race still. I think I am at the race. You're at the race?
Save money on
Nice.
motorcycle insurance with Geico. Going up the country. Later. Gary.
Stage 1 winner was Kyle Busch. If I didn't see your question earlier, yeah, the stage 1 winner was Kyle Busch. Stage 2 winner, like we just said, was Denny Hamlin. Let's see who wins the final race. Could be an all JGR race this year or this weekend. Lap 166 of 267. We have 101 laps to go in this race. Blaney. Really? I just called the cat Blaney. Where's Chase starting the stage? It looks like he'll be starting 7th, but my app is not up to date, so I don't know yet for sure. But it looks like he's starting 7th, which is about where he's been at all day. He's been in the top 5 car at most. Two, 4, 6, yeah, 7th, right next to Austin Dillon. So restarts 8th. Wow, 9th though is Dale Earnhardt Jr. Here we go. We're going green this time by. We got a couple spoilers up there. Eric Jones starts 5th. Eric Jones starts 5th. Who's another spoiler? Austin Dillon's up there. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is up there, 9th. We have a couple guys that could spoil this right here for us, some playoff guys. And they are fanning out in this restart. Harvick gets the advantage. Harvick to the lead. 4 wide in the back. I didn't see who was all 4 wide. I know one of them was Menard because he saw the bright yellow car. Top 3 left drivers: Kevin Harvick, Matt Kenseth, Kyle Busch. 4th is Eric Jones. 5th, Delaney. 6th, Truex. 7th, McMurray. 8th, now Chase Elliott. 9th, Austin Dillon. 10th, Daniel Suarez. Right now, 2 points separate the 48 and the 20. That's a cutoff line. The advantage would go to the 20 of Matt Kenseth right now. Right now, Chase Elliott is 17 points above the cutoff line. He is in the good right now. The 4 drivers that would be out right now would be Jimmy Johnson, Jamie McMurray, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Stenhouse now 44 points back. He is in a must-win situation. Who will be the champion? Well, I talked about this earlier. My final 4 I had, and I'm kind of proud of myself because I said Larson will not make it to the final round. He will not make it to the final 4. I've been saying that since the beginning of the playoffs. Even though he was dominating then, I said at the very beginning of the playoffs he will not make it. Something's going to happen to that JGR kart, and I am right. I was right. The engine blew up today. My final 4 I have was Truex, Johnson, Keselowski, and Kyle Busch. Johnson, I have as my champion this year. The case, he'll be the first time ever we'll see an 8-time champion in NASCAR Cup Series history. I love witnessing history. As much history as this sport has given out. I'll be right back. Eric Jones for fourth.
U6 Ran Rat between the lid
Watching pass away yesterday. He was here with Antigua. So maybe Mark 77 away.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friend. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
This is since he said it.
I'm not sure you can ask that or guarantee that out of a young driver who's so little in this race.
You're sick. The white one?
Relatively easily, and with some nice strategy from on top of it.
We'll get it.
That's a 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
So this is a Ran Rat. Well, I have to
Ricky's got a flat side that's set in the wall. You can see the right side of that 17-yard flat spotted all day long. It's been a struggle. At one time, they were asking Ricky just anything, one thing to do. He said, I
I'll split the wreck. I was joking.
race car here.
Oh, Stenhouse. 27.
I was gonna buy you a Dale Jr. hat,
That's fine.
but then I was like, no, I'm not paying dollars for it.
I think Joe does your hat. As long as it wasn't Kyle Busch.
The actual Dale Senior hat, man, they wanted $28 for that thing. It was the same damn hat.
It was Dale.
that Dale Jr.
It was Dale. Oh, hell to number 3. I mentioned Dale. So we're under caution because Stenhouse hit the wall. Free pass will go to the 95 to Michael McDowell in his final year in the 95 car. Kyle Busch, number 1 fan. He'll be right back.
He still come out for
$90
90 laps to go in this race. The final stage. Here we go. McMurray and Johnson comes into pit. Not sure exactly why. They just came in intending to go. I think they want to get an advantage on the pit road. Take advantage of this caution. Came in as well. As Dale Jr., Trevor Main, Daniel Suarez came in. Eric Jones will win the off pit road. Truex right behind him. Four more brake jobs. 4 more brake jobs. Nothing. Replace the brake pads on the car.
I'm back.
I can do that professionally.
In the game.
I'm back to 100%. 5-hour energy. Get back.
I have 2 papers on the wall that proves it.
Introducing the 2018 Ford F-150. Best in class color, best in class payload, and best in class tour. The F-150 lineup has the capability to get big things to big places. Each truck is wherever you want. Ford F-150 doesn't just raise the bar, it is the bar.
All right, looks like we've got plain, spicy, sesame, peanut butter filled, cheese dusted.
Plain.
This one we're gonna watch.
Show me Fall TV. Only Xfinity X1 brings you.
Who has that many chips? God.
There's some
Different. $1 billion.
Who has that many chips?
Never gonna make that.
What was that?
You gotta pay hundreds of dollars.
I'll give you $4.
Twice as much. That's me.
Zambi.
Satellite TV bad. Spectrum good.
There's Zambies.
Experience Control GX Connect. The first shampoo. That makes it so smart.
Watching right now. Don't be afraid to subscribe and hit the like button. We'll have more live streams like this. We have diecast reviews. Eventually, if I get an Elgato, I'll eventually do a little bit of NASCAR gaming. It'll only be NASCAR related video games though. I have almost the entire EA Sports lineup on my PlayStation 2, so we're playing some old classic NASCAR games. Lilith, come here. Come on. Trying to get the cat over here. There she is. Here, Lilith. Rickety. Oh, okay then. Don't attack me. 31 of Ryan Newman and a 5 of Casey Kane both caught speeding off their road. They got penalties. Oh, you don't look happy, do you? What? I'll bite you back. All right, get off. Nasty cat. Shut up. Here. Thank you. I think that you're going to win. Look, I just got done eating a cheesecake. I got more cake now. I get fat. Before though, birthdays. The whole point of celebrating on birthdays is so you can eat a lot of sugar. And yeah, the restarts right now. Harvick, and oh. Someone's sparking. So like anytime I go in the middle of turn 1, there's somebody who just sparks like crazy. This time it looked like it was Eric Jones. That caution was much longer. It was so much longer than it needed to be. Boyer in his home track, currently 6th. Kind of cool to see him get a win at his first win at a home track. Chase Elliott getting by Suarez, Johnson, and almost McMurray now. They're battling side by side to Chase Elliott. Chase ran the high side the entire race. He's running the low side right now.
Just kind of tired of things there. You see Chase Elliott, 14 points to good right there. Just look at running these hits. He has 2 sets of favorite tires like that. 2 sets of stuff. It's kind of concerning how he might be up. Only has 2 sets of stuff. So once again, the tire situations come up for this race.
Something looks like something fell off somebody's car. It was red. Don't know if it was just like trash on the racetrack or if it was actually a piece of debris. I'm not sure. It just like it was down there split for a split second. Where does that put him? This puts Chase currently. I don't want to wait until the thing cycles all the way through. Chase is 7th right now.
I want to tell you about a story that's special to Jimmie Johnson this weekend. It's about a fan who got to do a meet and greet with Jimmie at his motor coach today. Her name is Cindy Gross, and she had planned to meet Jimmie at some point in her life because she was such a huge fan. 5 minutes from here, the deal here is that Cindy is meeting Jimmie without her husband, Kevin. See, this year to watch Jimmie race, and on her way to Michigan, there was a tragic highway accident in which Kevin lost his life.
Wow.
Jimmie that weekend in Michigan. Instead, now Cindy gets a chance to meet her hero, and she wore a T-shirt today that told of their honor of Jimmie and their honor of. She was so happy to be here today, meet him, and then watch him today, hoping he would win here at Kansas City. Somebody in the family were running.
If I go to the net, if I end up going to the race, this coming up race at Phoenix, I have a pit pass. I plan on going to pit road and actually I'm actually planning on getting something. And if I get to meet Jimmie Johnson, I plan on giving it to him. And I don't want to say what it is because I want to save it for the vlog. But it's going to be something really cool. It's something that involves a story that not a lot of people probably know about Jimmie Johnson, and it involves something that's very, very important to him. He's actually got a decal on his race car that is a tribute to this particular. Oh, there goes Jimmie Johnson right there. So don't get hit. Wow. And there's some playoff implications right there for y'all. Jimmie Johnson spins out, loses all the position, all the ground that he was trying to make back up of it. And that right there might be the end of the playoff hopes for the 48 car. Wow. You're going to have some splitter damage now because they did go into the grass. Wow, that's playoff implications right there, boys. Chase Elliott, or not Chase Elliott, Jimmie Johnson right under the cutoff line, too. Trying to stay there, trying to catch Matt Kenseth's points, and that was it. Just went right around. Unless they can get that car back going, he will have a 5-minute repair clock because it is.
Some things around. The question is that anything out of sorts stuff where they won't be able to repair. You mentioned the hood, the right side of the hood is definitely up.
The hood is. So definitely some playoff implications right there. The 7-time champion might be out of it. Which, if that's the case, I'm not going to be super happy because that was my championship pick right there. My championship pick was Jimmy Johnson taking the title, winning his 8th this year.
Tires, then the leader of Kevin Harvick having 4 sets, came down, got 4 bigger tires, and got that car a little bit looser for the bit. 20 and 78. Racing off the pit road, the 48 of Jimmy Johnson going to work. His championship possibilities just 78 laps away from going away.
Winston, how are you? Hey, buddy. All right, folks. So now what? Now what's going to happen? You know, we have Jimmy Johnson now, who's trying to get into the next round of the playoffs, in jeopardy of not making it. Now that he's lost, he's just spun out. Meanwhile, while this is happening, Christopher, you're going to like this one. Chase Elliott's currently 4th. He is slowly getting up there. His car is getting stronger and stronger throughout this race. We still have 70-something laps to go. It's a very strong possibility that car could be in contention to win this race by the end of the race. Oh, we got some different drivers that are up there in the top 10. Hit the somebody's here. I'm live streaming.
I know you are. I watch it in the living room.
You're watching in the living room.
They're watching it in the living room.
They're watching it in the living room. All right, but anyway. All right, so here we go. We're going to hit the. I'm going to tell you guys our top 10 because it's got some drivers up there that are not usually in the top 10. But here we go. And now they're messing with my channel. Of course, they're messing with my YouTube channel now. In the comment section. All right, so here's your top 10 currently. Your current top 10 is your leader is Kevin Harvick. Second is Kyle Busch. Third, Eric Jones. Fourth, Chase Elliott. Fifth, Jamie McMurray. Sixth, Clint Boyer. Seventh, Kurt Busch. Eighth, Daniel Suarez. Ninth, Austin Dillon. And here's the biggest surprise of all of them. 10th place, Eric Almirola. There you go. That is your current top 10. So there's a couple drivers up there that are usually not up there, and I like seeing that. That's one of my favorite things about usually you'll see the play tracks, but oh my gosh, this video is like from 2014. Where's Logano? Logano is currently the best race. He had a pit road incident earlier. I didn't really report it, but I noticed it in the background. They had a really slow pit stop. Yeah, we do have some really weird top 10s today. I thought maybe if we did have one, it'd be because of pit road cycles, but it's just the way this race is going right now. Here we go, going back to green. And Kyle Busch doesn't go. Right in front of Chase, Kyle Busch does not get it going. The nose damage on that 24 car now. because of that. 3 wide behind him. Battle between Clint Boyer and Martin Truex Jr. Currently 4th, battling with Jamie McMurray right now. Oh, we got a car around. It's 48, Jimmy Johnson in the wall again. Wow. Jimmy Johnson goes around for the 2nd time in a row now. What happened here? He just got loose by the wall. I don't think he had that much contact for him. That is not what that team needed. Johnson is trying to get his 8th championship. Now may lose it because of these problems on Kansas. In 2012, he lost the championship in Kansas by backing it into the wall. Jimmy Johnson now, 2 spins in a row. Still no damage on his car, at least very minimal, no more than he did already. I think he could be all right. However, the only thing I have to worry about now is his tires. He only limited to 8 sets of tires in this race. If he just had to replace these tires because of our previous spin. Now he's going to do another set. He might not have enough. He might not have enough tires. He might have to put on some scuffs by the end of the race. And if that's the case, then he's going to be done. Catch up with scuffed tires. And he's still on the caution clock. He didn't get up to full speed yet. Wow. I don't know how to think of that. Chase Elliott's still 4th place now. Chase Elliott is really strong today. He might actually, if we keep having these good cautions, if he didn't get bottled up by Kyle Busch again, he could potentially win this race. He's going to be behind Kyle Busch once again. It will be the same top 4 as it was last time. It was Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, and Chase Elliott. This is a strong win for Eric Jones as well. Don't let that be unmentioned. Eric Jones been struggling all year. That 77 car is actually going to be done by the end of this year. They're not bringing that car back. He will be driving the 20 car next year, replacing Matt Kenseth. This right here could be a good visual. What could be for the future for that number 20 car? He does have a shot. Chase Elliott does have a shot at win today. So is Eric Jones. Against, let me give you the top 10. The top 10 currently is Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, Chase Elliott 4th, 5th Jamie McMurray, 6th Daniel Suarez, 7th Martin Truex Jr., 8th Clint Boyer, 9th Kurt Busch, and 10th Ryan Blaney. That is your top 10 currently. 11th is Ryan Blaney, 12th Austin Dillon, 13th Matt Kenseth, 14th Dale Earnhardt Jr., 15th Chris Buescher, 16th Denny Hamlin, 17th Ty Dillon, 18th Danica Patrick, 19th Brad Keselowski, and 20th Casey Kane. As your top 20 currently. As of right now, there is only 3 cars out of the race: Brett Moffitt, Kyle Larson, and Derek Cope. Which is really unfortunate for Derek Cope on a team that is debuting this year. Their very first year in NASCAR, in the NASCAR Cup Series, and they're out of the race. So very unfortunate for Starcom Racing and number 00 car of Derek Cope, of course, the 1990 Daytona 500 winner. They have 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the time clock for Jimmy Johnson. They're doing as many repairs as they can in that small time. It does pause when he gets off of pit road. In order for if it does not reset, remember, it does not reset until he meets minimum speed. He did not meet minimum speed yet before his most previous spin. Therefore, he was still under the caution clock time. Now down to 2:15 left. Just 2 minutes left on the clock. Still on pit road. 2:57, 2:56, or 1:55, 1:54. And there we go. Should be about 1:50 on that caution clock left. He has to meet minimum speed now. He doesn't have time for more damage repair. He'll have to make minimum speed and then come back down if they do need to repair the car still. Wow. So now, everyone, I want to know. I'm going to give you guys your top 10 once again. Tell me of those drivers in the top 10 who you think will win the race. Your leader, Kevin Harvick. Second, Kyle Busch. Third, then Erik Jones. Fourth, Chase Elliott. Fifth, Jamie McMurray. Sixth, Daniel Suarez. Seventh, Martin Truex Jr. Eighth, Clint Bowyer. Ninth, Kurt Busch. And 10th, Eric Almirola. Of those 10 drivers, who do you think will win the race today? Here we go. Oh, my TV's about to turn off too. My tail box. Never mind. And right at the restart happens. Chase Elliott up to third, trying to get by third, trying to get by Erik Jones. Oh! Big crash. Jones almost went over. Oh my gosh. Kenseth's in it. Crash. Wow. Huge crash. Erik Jones got on his side. He almost went over. Jamie McMurray's in it. Wow. Matt Kenseth's out. He is done. Well, maybe. He doesn't have as much damage as I thought he was going to. I don't know if Chase is in it or not. He is not. Chase was right in front of it. Chase survived that. He's in third now. Erik Jones was right beside him when that happened. Jones went on his side, on driver's side. He almost flipped that car over. I thought it was going over. I want to see a replay of that. That was scary. I thought for sure Jones was going to flip that car. Wow. My heart's racing. That was scary. Red flag out now. What happened here? Jones just got loose right under Chase Elliott. Checks up. Wow. Right there. Dale Jr. got through it. Well, he might have a little damage. Jamie McMurray's in it. Matt Kenseth. No, it's Clint Bowyer's in it. Local driver. Joey Logano's in it. Eric Almirola's in it. Danica Patrick's in it. Ryan Newman's in it. Big crash. Oh my gosh. When I went to the NASCAR race in 2012, I actually went to the ARCA race the Friday before the race. It was Cup qualifying immediately after they had the ARCA race. I saw Chad Boat flip on the backstretch at Kansas Speedway. And I was on lap 2 of the ARCA race. It was a season finale. Chase Briscoe actually won the championship that year in the ARCA series for Cunningham Racing. But yeah, that's what that reminded me of, is Chad Boat flipping over. Where's Danica? Danica and Joey were both involved in the crash. Danica got in late in the crash. Joey Logano spun out. I don't know if he had any contact with anybody or anything. I know I saw him backwards. He might have a little bit of side damage. Hamlin now. And Hamlin got through it. Good job, driving right through Matt Kenseth. And wow. Hard hit between Jones and Suarez. Wow. And Clint Boyer nowhere to go. Get behind 19 of Suarez. Kenseth's in it. Austin Dillon gets through it, barely. Danica Patrick got in late in the crash, but she did have a pretty bad rub once it happened. Wow. I thought we were seeing a flip there. So, that being said, we have another mix-up in the top 5 now. In the top 10, rather. Your top 10 is Kurt Busch, or Kyle Busch, rather. Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott, Mark Truex Jr. 5th is Kurt Busch. 6th is Ryan Blaney. 7th, Dale Earnhardt Jr. 8th, Chris Buescher. 9th, Austin Dillon. And 10th, Brad Keselowski. How about his Kenseth? He's got some quarter panel damage on the passenger side and some nose damage. I don't know if it's going to be super bad. I'd say he's got about the same amount of damage as Johnson. Both cars are pretty bad, right? Or not aero-wise, but cosmetic-wise, it looks all right. Both of them, Kenseth might not be out.
I'm thinking about calling Gary so she's going to hold this. That's true. Keytruda from ask your doctor about Keytruda. Uses for advanced lung cancer. A huge penalty for the 20 team of Matt Kenseth.
Uh-oh.
Working on the car. You can't have more than 6 members of the pit crew over the wall. We actually counted it. We saw there were 7. We looked at it.
Matt Kenseth with a penalty now. You can only have 6 men over the wall. They had 7. He was doing a repair under yellow before the red flag came out, so there's no penalty for working under red. However, he will have to go to the rear of the field now for too many men over the wall. The car is blowing water too, so he has radiator damage. The car is overheating. There's a lot of damage on that 20 car. He might be done with the race. So any Matt Kenseth fans or anybody watching the chase, the playoffs, Jimmy Johnson still has a shot to make it into the next round because of the misfortune between Matt Kenseth, and is extremely lucky to make it in because of this. However, there are still 68 laps in the race. I'm really hoping they get this race going again because I have to go to work. So I'm hoping that there is no they finish this red flag pretty soon. I'd like to see the end of this race before I have to go to work. I'd like to get this live stream in. Yeah, and that's exactly why I'm not. That's exactly why I'm not showing the race, because I don't want to get copyright on my. I don't want to get a copyright strike on my channel. Oh my gosh, it's much worse than I thought. The too many men over the wall rule has changed this year. If you have too many men over the wall because of crash damage, you are out of the race. Matt Kenseth is out. Talking about playoff implications right there. They're packing their stuff up. The 20 car is leaving. They are done. Wow. That right there.
The crew members did not know the role when the team got penalized for proceeding again today. Everyone throughout the entire team needs to know these rules. Further dejection in Matt Kenseth's voice. You can imagine the disappointment. I mean, you are a champion. You mentioned possibly the last year of your career. You have an opportunity with a championship. Someone just said, hey, went over the wall. That dream is over. I mean, that is heartbreaking.
Wow.
That's when climb out of the car.
Johnson's still not safe. He's still under the. You got to remember, he is still under the caution clock. As far as I'm aware of. Jake drivers are out. So now, Jimmie Johnson, 8 points above the cutoff. Larson, 8 points below the cutoff. He's out of the race. Jamie McMurray's also out of the race. The only driver under the cutoff line in the race still is 52 points back, and that is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Stenhouse in a must-win situation no matter what happens. So if Stenhouse does not win, the eight drivers that are currently in are in, including Jimmie Johnson. Those 8 drivers would be Truex. I didn't see it actually because they're showing the record replay again. Oh man, yeah, Logano was in it. He had some contact with the 77 car while it was spinning. The car got into the 1, so Danica Patrick was involved in the crash as well as Joey Logano. So was Michael McDowell was also in it, as well as AJ Allmendinger. Johnson drove through all of it and got out of it clear of the track. Wow. So Johnson's playoff hopes are still alive. However, there's a 18 points, not 18, a 12-point gap between him and Blaney, between 7th and 8th. You feel bad for Kyle Larson. I do too. I also feel bad for Matt Kenseth. It's potentially his final year in NASCAR, and it was just taken out because of a guy jumping over the wall, one more than they needed to. And now he's out of playoff hopes because he's parked. He is done. And we're back under caution. Red flag has been lifted. So, we have 67 laps to go in this race. Yep, 7. Wow.
The situation for you in 20 big car. I don't know what the rules are. Seems like a lot of stuff that kind of gets changed so often. I honestly can't keep up with my kind of spins from pit boxes to one too many guys with all a lot of racing where I just don't get it, to be honest with you. But I really don't have a lot to say right now. I'm more than disappointed, but I'm just going to say thanks to you all for the sponsor line off now for 20 years. They deserve better than this.
Wow, class act by Matt Kenseth in his interview. Although disappointed that he won it, he still gave a shout out to DeWalt for sponsoring it for over 20 years. So
You take us through that restart and what was happening coming off of turn 2. I was racing real hard on the bottom. I had to go outside of me and race the guy in front of me. I never saw the wreck until basically it was too late. So by the time I noticed everybody checked out, I started checking out. I think I got ran over and just spun out and just stuck in it. So I just didn't.
So 67 laps to go. We're under caution right now. This race, far from over. I think we're still going to see some more craziness.
And ultimately, the time that they were working on the car, that was before that restart. So we're going to be notified.
Yeah, Kenseth is done. Kenseth's done. However, this means Jimmy Johnson, 8 points to the good right now over Kyle Larson. Larson already out of the race. He cannot gain any more points. The playoff points have been given out already, so you can't rely on that anymore. Jimmy Johnson cannot lose 8 positions from where he's at right now. Otherwise, Kyle Larson will be ahead of him in playoffs, despite Larson being out of the race. This is a very, very strange situation going on right now.
And this wrestling team, which you just $25 your diary. Mom said it's opening fabulous.
Green flag pit stops are getting ready to start right now.
The Bank of America mobile banking app, the fast, secure, and simple way to send money. A cheeseburger onions for $2.99.
Now they get to these stuff, then you're gonna love this. It's hand forward. Oh, it's a smart.
Landon Castle, Front Row Motorsports, driving a number 34 car rather. He will pit for fuel and only take a gas and go and take it out. That's crazy how Larson can still make it. Exactly. I thought once the engine went, that was it. He was done. Where's Larson out? Larson's out of the race. The 42 car is currently listed 39th place right now. Jay McMurray, and your name is Ganassi Racing. I can see that. You know, it's got a Childress car on there for some reason. But 39th place for Kyle Larson. And I figured you want to know where Jay McMurray is. He is 26 now after being involved in that crash. So both Ganassi cars having problems today. Who's my favorite driver? Right there.
Before the caution came out, they were working on what you can't do, and then when the red flag came out, he stopped on pit road. But it was right the red flag coming out, the work that they had done on that car, that they had sent the 7-man.
All right.
That is why he was no longer involved.
So after that excitement, we now have some guys that can completely mix this all up. Yeah, Larson is just that good, I guess. I mean, the dude has been dominating this season. He's been really good. There's McMurray. McMurray's officially out of the race. McMurray's out. Larson's out. So both Ganassi cars are out of the race. wasn't a must-win situation, so he will not advance. The only driver that is in a must-win situation, the only driver in the Final Four right now that can actually win the race now is Stenhouse, and he's like 50-something points back in the playoff standings situation as well. So if Johnson loses 9 positions, Larson will move ahead of him in points. However, if Johnson stays as good as he has been before those 2 spins, then he's to the good right now. He's running top 5, top 10 at most. Johnson's got a fast car. If those 2 spins didn't really affect him too much, he got around that crash fine. He got no damage in that crash. Everyone green this time by. 8 playoff drivers have had issues today. These cautions may affect the tires here. Larson might make it. He might make it. Hey, Blaney's uniform looks weird. There's Hamlin. Kevin Harvick. The next Jeff Gordon. So Larson can advance after today's race. He can advance. Side if Jimmy Johnson loses more than 8 positions from where he's at right now. That's what will decide it. If Johnson gains positions, Larson will not advance. That's the deciding factor for Larson. The red flag was 10 minutes and 10 seconds. Eric Jones okay after that crash? That's good to hear. NASCAR is probably rigged. I don't want to hear that crap. NASCAR is still finding debris. That's the reason why we are still under caution. Wow. Eric Jones got on his side. If that wall wasn't there, that car would have been over with a barrel rolling. That's crazy. Glad to see Jones is okay because that car got sideways. You would think this would be a plate track with that big of a wreck. Jimmy Johnson now 13 points ahead of Kyle Larson after they cycle out everyone involved in that crash. 13 points. If Johnson has to lose 13 positions from where he's at currently in order to not advance. If he does not advance, Larson will advance. Matt Kenseth, 33 points behind the cutoff. Jamie McMurray, 48th, which means he will not advance now. That's with 52 points. It is impossible to earn that many points in a race, even if he was racing. So therefore, he would be in a must. Both those cars would be in a must situation. Since they're both out of the race, they are done. They cannot advance. Chase Elliott battling Kevin Harvick for third. Where's Jimmy at right now? Jimmy is currently sitting 7th place right now. Despite having damage on his car, he's still sitting 7th. Elliott back to 4th now as Harvick gets by him. Kyle Busch leading the race. 2nd, Truex. 3rd, Harvick. 4th, Chase Elliott. 5th, Blaney. 6th, Kurt Busch. 7th, Dale Earnhardt Jr. 8th, Brad Keselowski. 9th, Jimmy Johnson now. And 10th, Denny Hamlin. This is the round of 12, yes. We'll be going to the round of 8 next week. Between Truex and Kyle Busch. This is good. This is what Harvick wants to see. Who's currently running third. Chase Elliott right behind Harvick. If Harvick can catch it, Chase Elliott will be right there with them. It'd be a 4-car battle for the lead. Johnson now 10 points above the cutoff. Harvick is in right now. No matter what, Harvick will make it in. He's locked himself in points-wise. Hamlin only 3 points away from locking himself in points-wise. Another battle. Here comes Truex once again trying to battle for the lead. These two cars trying to pull away from the other two battle between between Harvick and Elliott. That'll be the battle for third. Chase Elliott has the bottom line on that one. On the 18 car, side by side for third. Here comes Chase. Also battle for the lead. And Truex to the front. And Chase at the third. Chase Elliott now 30 points above the cutoff line. How many laps left? 57 laps to go. Truex leads. Kyle Busch second. Third place, Chase Elliott. Chase does not have the speed to catch the other two cars, but they keep battling side by side like they have been, which they're starting to get spread out now. Chase is going to need a caution. He's going to win this race. He's got 1.6 seconds behind leader Truex.
Situational awareness, isn't it, Jack? Behind the wheel. If you were already on one person to start for Kyle Busch today, you're that 78 has pressure tires in you. No panic here. Just take what it gives you and stop. Give up the lead there.
Now, keep in mind, guys, fuel strategy. We're still going to have another pit in the fuel. We're still going to have to pit once more. So, Harvick's fading back a little bit. Chase Elliott now clear in third place, actually slowly catching the 18 car.
Chase Elliott in the 24, who just got to third place by passing Kevin Harvick. And before this restart, he was told he had 10 lap newer tires in the 4 and the 18. So he uses the good.
10 laps newer tires than the 18 car of Kyle Busch. He can easily take second place here from Busch. Harvick now actually battling for fourth with Ryan Blaney. He's fading. He's blunt without a unique personality. I mean, either way, it works for him apparently because he's 7-time champion. The only driver ever to win 5 championships in a row. Time for that winning adjustment on the 24 car. He's got fresher tires than, like I said, he's got fresher tires than the 18 and 4. He's got the same fuel strategy as the 78 car. The 78 car is pulling away from everybody else. That's because he's got clean air. He's a leader. Where's all the chase contenders within the top 12? It's not telling me at the moment. I don't know, actually. Oh, here it is right now. So, 78 is currently the leader. He has already advanced to the next round. The 2 Brad Keselowski is currently 7th. Before Harvick is currently 4th. Hamlin 8th. And they just took the thing away again. God dang it. You would think I would have it memorized which drivers are in the top 12, but I don't.
just that. The competition.
So I want to know, you guys, out of the drivers that are currently in, that are currently under the cutoff, who is your final four? I'm happy with what I had already. My final four being Truex, Johnson, Keselowski, and Kyle Busch. Where's all the Chase contenders within the top 12? I already asked it. Actually, I already read that one.
But you'll find every bite are naturally delicious savory smoked bacon. The flavor hails from Smithfield. It's Golden Corral's all new smokehouse. Choose from pink smoked beef brisket, tender baby back ribs, smoked chicken and turkey, all cooked with love and slow cycle. Smoking bacon. Golden Corral, your choice for food. Yellow Tag sales event. You get $3,500 off. Hard days play. $700 off select mud swap packages for two. And up to $1,300 off packs and mess. Save on a world of possibilities. Deals on select 2017.
I'm going to say the 78, the 18, the 2, and the 24. Like I said, I've got the 78, the 48, the 2, and the 18. The final four I've had since the playoffs started, and all four of them are still in contention. As of right now, if the 48 makes it in, which right now it looks like he is going to make it in, Harvick in. Harvick might have an issue. Either that or he's short stopping. Wow. Kyle Larson, Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski, and Martin Truex Jr.
Hey,
yeah.
You're gonna leave in 15 minutes. This better be you gotta be there at 5, right?
Yeah. If it wasn't for the stupid red flag, I'd be able to watch a race. All right, looks like I'm not going to be able to make it to the end because of the red flag, but if the red flag wouldn't happen, I would have been able to make it to the end of the race on live stream. So, yeah. So that's that. 15, I got about 15 minutes before I go because I got to work at 5 o'clock my time, which is 7 o'clock Eastern. Don't know why I said that, but. Your final four is Larson, Harvick, Keselowski, and Truex. Johnson's making it, to be honest. I really don't. I think Johnson's going to be able to keep up with where he's at right now. He's going to need a spin or something in order for him not to. Chase Elliott, 5.7 seconds behind the leader, currently sitting third place.
Right now, Adam Stevens is thinking he's going to stay on at least 9, if not 15 more laps for that 18 car. Steve talked about that strategy, obviously, on the 4th. He went down a lap. So far, Kyle Busch has been the dominant guy today. But
who caused the big wreck? I don't know who caused the big wreck. All I know is Eric Jones went around. I don't know if he got hooked or what, but he went around and it caused this huge pile up. I still don't know how Eric Jones didn't go over. That was ridiculous. Everyone's okay though. Now we got lap traffic now. The 18 car behind the 33 of Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Tony Gibson, I just thought those words, can you make it? He took a deep breath, blew back up, said, it's going to be close. So Kurt Busch, running fifth, trying to stretch it potentially. Is Dale Earnhardt Jr. He was last on pit road at about 189, so that stretch would be way too dead. I don't think they can make it. I don't know what kind of garage they're getting because he's an 88 having. Perhaps we run out of gas on the racetrack if they try to risk it within 2 or 3. But I don't think they can even get the back within 2 or 3. But they're still a good run. He's inside the top 6. I think everyone with 80 is now a caution. But they have to put more tires and try to race from there.
He said it's only need a caution. I don't need a caution because I'm leaving in 15 minutes, but if Chase is going to win the race, he needs a caution. I'd be happy right now. I'd be happy right now. I don't care if Chase wins or not. I'd just be happy if he makes it in. And right now he's in position 2. He's 30 points to the good right now on the cutoff line. Jimmy Johnson's still 9 points to the good. Larson needs Jimmy Johnson to lose 9 spots in order for him to advance. 37 laps to go.
Yesterday's second practice. They talked to the 23 team. They beat that team and make it all the way. So that'll be very interesting. The spring here in Kansas, the Eric Almirola, Hugh Jackson broke this back and sat out most of the year. It would be so fitting if he could come back here and win it during the ball. We talked about all these strategies. That does not want this to go green. Is the 48 of Jimmy Johnson currently effective?
Johnson is currently 11th position. Whoa, Larson or Kyle Busch now on pit road. Johnson or Chase Elliott the second. Kyle Busch on pit road. As long as Kyle has a good pit stop here. So Kyle Busch. Sorry, that was my phone. We're doing almost 3 laps a minute. So with 3 laps a minute, I have roughly 12 minutes left, 33 to go. If it goes green all the way, I'll be right there. I'll be right there. I'll barely make it to the end of the race. Whoa! And a caution comes out. Almirola goes around. Not Almirola. All right, well, the caution comes out. That means we'll not be able to watch the end of the race. At least be able to live stream it. Free pass to go to the 6th car of Trevor Bayne. Johnson. Hopefully this is only a quick yellow because it was only a spin. It was 47 of AJ Allmendinger spun. It looks like possibly going on a pit road, as it was at a 4. 47 caught a tire. He's got damage from that crash, so it looks like he possibly had a tire up, cut the tire.
So AJ Allmendinger brings out now the 10th caution of the day.
Grass.
Martin Truex Jr.
That car's destroyed.
As far as fuel, to be able to get to the end, he had come to the pit road at 189. Chase Elliott was in the same boat. He was on pit road at 176. Blaney at 189 as well.
All right. One fan is back. So, who does this work for? Kyle Busch is probably going to stay out because he just pitted. Elliott, Truex, both coming in. Pit road is close right now because Allmendinger's car is on the grass right next to pit road, so they don't want to bring cars in with safety members on pit road. Right now, leading is Truex, but pit road cycles were about to start. Truex was leading over Did Kyle get trapped a lap down? I don't think so. Second place is Chase Elliott. I'm not going to close it until I actually have to leave because I've been doing this for a while. Third is Ryan Blaney. Fourth is Kurt Busch. Fifth, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Sixth, stage winner number 2 is Denny Hamlin. Seventh, Brad Keselowski. Eighth, Chris Buescher. Ninth, Eric Almirola. And 10th, Jimmy Johnson. That's top 10. Sucks, huh? Where's Busch? Kyle Busch? I don't let anybody be mods. The only person I let be mods is NASCAR Triple 2, because he's my co-host on my podcast. Kyle Busch is currently sitting 22nd, and the reason for that is because he pitted right before the caution came out. So, everyone else in front of Kyle Busch is going to have to pit. I think this helps Kyle. As long as he didn't get trapped a lap down, he will probably cycle up to the lead. I don't think he got trapped a lap down now. So, again, fuel strategy race. I love fuel strategies. All right, come on. We have 29 laps to go. We can hurry up, get this race in. Come on. Yeah, this caution is ridiculously long. And pit road is open. Drivers coming in. Chase Elliott's in. Martin Truex Jr.'s in. It's the moment of truth. Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney's in. Jimmy Johnson's in. Larson was a championship contender. He was a championship contender. But he's not anymore. That's why I love this playoff format. It's because it just mixes things up so much. we got to be consistent all through the playoffs. Otherwise, you're not going to last. And unfortunately, Larson didn't, and so it shows why this playoff format is so awesome. Right, I'm a big fan of it. Truex lands off pit road. Second, Kurt Busch. Third, Denny Hamlin. Fourth, Ryan Blaney. Fifth, Brad Keselowski. Sixth, yeah, slow pit stop. Seventh, Junior. Eighth, Chris Buescher as you race off pit road. What is my home track? It depends on what you're talking about, because I'm only here for college right now in Texas, in western Texas, so it's not even Texas Motor Speedway. The closest track to me is Phoenix. To the Phoenix race this November, but my actual home track is Kansas Speedway, because I actually, that's my primary home. I'm only here for college. I'm moving back there in May, so I'm only an hour. Where I'm moving to, I'm only going to live an hour and a half away from Kansas Speedway. So actually, I plan on maybe going to the. I plan on going to maybe the. 27 laps left. That's how many laps.
I think they gotta be more like a song. Yeah, well, do it your way. Of course, people seem to like it. They talk about it all the time. They tweet about it. Yeah.
Every year, we see those. Remember Nashville?
All right, there's only about 4 minutes left before I can go. Who is leading right now? Right now, the leader is Truex. Kyle Busch currently 22nd. That means he did get a lap down. So, not good for Kyle Busch. He'll have to work his way all the way up to the front, because I believe he got the wave around. Didn't go on the pit road. So, he'll have to work his way back up to the field. The caution is not what he wanted to see.
That's not true.
So anyway, guys, I think I'm going to have to end it here. I hate to end it on a cliffhanger. I hate to do this. If I didn't have to work today, I absolutely would have stayed all the way to the race. But this caution absolutely ruined my chance at watching it with you guys. So I hate to do it. I hate to leave on you guys, but I'm going to have to. So if you guys enjoyed it, you guys want to see more live streams like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We got more content coming sooner or later. As soon as I find time to actually, I have a video that I have filmed. I have 2 videos I have filmed, actually. I just need to edit them, put them out there. We may see them in maybe the next couple weeks or so. It just depends. Time, editing takes longer than it does to film. So editing is actually the hardest part about making YouTube videos on a short schedule. That's the problem, is editing, and that's the issue I'm having. But we're down to 26 laps to go. So, yep. All right, guys. Yeah, Kyle Busch got the wave around. So, that's one thing I got to add in. One thing I got to add in before I go. Larson only 1 point back from making it in because of the Kyle Busch getting trapped 1 lap down, having to take the wave around. He's now only 1 point to the good. If Kyle Busch loses any positions or has any more trouble, he will not advance. Larson will advance. So there you go. So for you, now the playoffs is great. I love this playoff format. Larson could have won the championship. He could have won the championship. But in this format, you got to be consistent. He didn't. I love this format. 4 wide behind him. Don't wreck. Wait, what?
junior out front. Kurt Busch running second. Laney Elliott. Kyle Busch now on the lead lap. Running 21st, and now it's cycle through at 21st position. Now 20th position for Kyle Busch.
All right.
3 points off.
Chase Elliott, 28 points to the good. Chase Elliott doesn't have the car to win the.
Nice, ready?
Yeah. All right, guys, we'll have to end it here. Thank you guys for watching. All right, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all later.